What's up, everybody? Here we have the Denon DJ Prime Go. I've had this thing for several months now and wanted to cover a review about this unique and awesome piece of DJ gear. Now, before we get into this review, I'd like to thank you all for viewing my content. And if you enjoy what I'm doing, please hit that subscribe button and that little bell next to it so that way you don't miss future videos. Okay, so whenever I purchase new gear for my music business, I always ask these three questions. Will this gear help me grow my business as a professional DJ? Can this product help me master my craft? Is it worth the money as a business asset? At the end of the video, I'll answer these questions and explain why I ended up purchasing the Denon DJ Prime Go. First off, this is not a DJ controller. It is a standalone unit. Now, I don't plan on covering all the specs and features of this device in this video, as there are other videos out there that cover the features and specs at great detail. But what I will do is cover the things that I like, don't like, and what I wish was improved or different to help you make a decision on whether or not this device is for you. Now, I'm sure you're asking, who exactly is this unit for? I think it's for anyone who has $1,000 that wants a system to practice on or an additional system to their main gear to use for big events like weddings, pop-up events like drive-through picnics or barbecues. Yes, I said drive-through because the pandemic, but other quick gigs like that. I don't think this system is for brand new DJs. I expect that the people considering purchasing this piece of gear are DJs who have other pieces of gear like controllers, turntables, CDJs, and are already well integrated with the software like Rekordbox, Serato DJ, or Engine Prime. So I think there's a level of experience that must be had prior to considering the Denon DJ Prime Go. Now, in the past few months, I've used the Prime Go for my Lace Radio podcast, live online sets, and testing tracks and practicing here in my studio. So let's get into this. What I love about the Denon DJ Prime Go. Okay, first off, this size of this thing. It is small, but packs a punch. And honestly, this display at 7 inches is awesome and it really does look great. But I also appreciate the versatility on this device. Like, you can take this thing anywhere. And I even got this awesome UDG slim backpack to carry the Prime Go along with my production tools. Now, this is a dream come true right here. So that way, whenever I travel, I can bring my studio with me. And I appreciated that there was not much of a learning curve coming from Serato DJ Pro. And I really do appreciate how you can sync your Serato crates to a USB for use with the Prime Go. It's pretty cool and it makes it a seamless transition. The functionality and software is pretty legit. And I really like that it has a function that warns you if you're trying to load a track on a deck that is already playing music. Now, we've all been there as DJs. You're getting ready to queue up our next track and accidentally put the track on a deck that's currently playing. The poor crowd is in the middle of a chorus, and we immediately jump to the next track's extended intro. Major DJ fail. But fortunately, this feature helps avoid this mistake. I also appreciate the high quality build of this product. Initially, I was skeptical about the price, wasn't sure if it would be overly plasticky, how some other controllers are, but the Prime Go is heavy, well built, and it does feel durable, although I don't recommend dropping this thing. And finally, it is undeniably fun to play on. I just walk in here to the studio, power this thing on, and boom, I can find my tech house crate or playlist and just start jamming. Like, it really is a lot of fun. So now let's talk about what I don't like. There is no way to monitor the individual track volume. All you get is the master volume level meters. Now trust me, I know what you're thinking. Just use your ears, bro. I do, but coming from other mixers and my Roland DJ 505 controller, which all shows each track's volume, it really does make a difference. And it would be a cool feature to have, and maybe Denon DJ can add this into the software somehow and find a way to put it on the 7-inch screen. I'm not sure. Another thing, the jog wheels are a tad bit sensitive. And so I'm wondering if there's a feature to adjust the sensitivity, kind of like they do with the pointers and clicks on laptops. I mean, it would be a good thing to have because one accidental bump on the jog wheel while you're reaching for an EQ knob and your crowd now knows you're not an iPod. It's worth mentioning that I'm not a sync guy unless I have to use it for specific performances. So that is why jog wheel sensitivity is important to me. And maybe it's because I had a lot of time to finesse the hands on the Roland DJ 505, but either way, if there's a setting, please comment and tell me, and if there's not, then maybe it can be added by Denon DJ. The next thing, the cue pads are less than desirable. I mean, you actually have to push these in to click like a button, and they are not touch sensitive like normal production pads on other gear. The challenge is that, say you want to cue up a breakdown in your incoming song, and when you select a cue point, it immediately starts playing, but there's essentially a delay. Now, fortunately, the quantize function is pretty solid, so even if you press the button off beat, the system will play it on tempo. But I wish they weren't like a button, and that's the only issue I have with the pads here. Now, some other reviews have mentioned that they do not like the bank system to access more than 4 cue points. But what I will say is that if you're a DJ and you're hoarding your cue points, maxing out 7, 8 cue points per track, I recommend you to stop and consider using only 3 cue points when preparing your music. Seriously, only 3, maybe 4 maximum. Now, once I learned this was a game changer for me, but comment below if you agree or disagree and we can definitely talk about it. And the last issue I have is that recording sets apparently don't record the microphone. I've recorded live sets and it did not record any input from the microphone, and I'm not sure why it did that. I looked through settings, couldn't find anything. Now, this kind of bothered me and made me nervous because at some gigs, I like to record either myself or the MC when hosting events, and especially at weddings, you gotta record the speeches. Now, maybe it's operator error, but still, this is professional gear we're talking about, and I feel like settings involving microphone and recording should be obvious and clear. So there you have it, everyone. To recap my first 3 questions that I ask when purchasing new gear for my music business. Will this help me grow my business as a professional DJ? Yes, because of the versatility to use it at more types of gigs. Next question, can this product help me master my craft? Yes, because I could practice essentially anywhere and especially when traveling. Is it worth the money as a business asset? Well, $1,000 is expensive, but if I'm able to pick up a few small gigs here and there, then it will eventually pay for itself. So I hope you found this video helpful on why I ended up purchasing and my thoughts on the Denon DJ Prime Go. And if you did, please hit the like button and subscribe, as it really does help me grow this channel. I want to be able to share my music journey with you and offer tips, tricks, and advice on things that I've learned along the way. So please stay safe and have fun with music. See you in the next video. We out.